Welcome everyone, Karina here from yarn2tog.ca, and today I'll be showing you how to shape the face for Baby Yoda and how to shape the nose. Okay, so to begin, you have already followed the pattern up to the point where you've added the coat, and now you just need to do the finishing touches. And for a PDF printable pattern, I will put a link to that down below so you can scoop that up. All right, so let's get started. So to begin, we're going to shape the eyes here, and we're going to do that by we're going to want them to kind of sink in a little bit. Okay, so I have about 24 inches of my forest green colored yarn, and I'm just going to scooch down his neck here because I'm going to want to go in somewhere about the middle here. I'm going to go in, and I'm going to go to the side part of just one of these eyes. So if you can see here, these stitches just below the eyes, pick one of them, and I'm going to go from that middle point. I'm going to shove my needle right up through there, and leaving a little bit of yarn. I'll just hold that down with my thumb. Okay, now I'm going to go over straight across, and I'm going to go to the last stitch at the bottom of the eye. I'm going to come back out that stitch that I just went in. Okay, not pulling tight yet or anything. All right, now I'm going to just hop one stitch over from where I went in. Okay, and I'm going to go up to the inside corner of this eye, the stitch there. Oops, fell off my needle. Okay, and then I'm going to jump over to this outside stitch following the line just on the other side of the eye there, and I'm going to come out that stitch that I just went in. All right, so now what we do here is we just give it a pull and see if we like how that shaping turned out for us. So, do we like that? Give it a nice tug. See how that makes his mouth look. It just indents those eyes a little bit for you. I like that. Can you see that good? There. Pull it tight. So now all we got to do is we're going to tie that tight down here. Go. I'm just going to square knot it there. So that's what we have so far. We got a little bit of shape now going on with his face. So I'll snip these ends nice and tight to where I tied it. Okay. Now for the nose, here I'm going to want to look, and I've got two extra kind of smaller needles that I'll just use for helping me to mark the nose. I want the nose to kind of come somewhere, like the base of it to be somewhere about down here, I think. So you just kind of try to look and see where you want. So this here is going to be the bridge of the nose, and how far out do I want it to go? So I think I want it to go to about there, and I'll slip that needle in just to mark where I want it on this side. And then I'll take my other tiny needle here, and I want this nose to be about 1, 2, 3 stitches Does that look good? I think so, because it comes down here just below the eye. So I wanted it to come down on this side just below the eye. So I'm going to go up. I'm going to crisscross those. So I kind of have a little marking there so I can see what I want to do for the nose. Okay. So then I'll take another little piece of yarn, probably about the same length, about 24 or 25 inches or so, of my green yarn, and I'll put that onto my big yarn needle. Okay. So now I'm going to want to come in on one side of the bridge nose, just like the stitch just kind of before. So I don't want to go right up where it crosses. I'm going to go about one row down from where it crosses, and I'm going to come up from that stitch, and I'm going to go in through the back this time. Okay. I'm going to want to find right about, so I want right about, I'm kind of working around the eyeball there. Maybe I'll come in at a different spot. All right, yes, that's good, right over one more. I'm going to go right by the eye so that I can kind of skip over to the stitch right beside it there. And I'm going to pull that through. So these ends, when you're done, you just kind of weave them into your work like you would just normally weave in your ends. But I'm not going to do that now in case I don't like how this turns out. So I'm just going to kind of hold it there. And then I'm going to see where I came in just by the eye. I'm going to skip one stitch over. And I'm going to go directly across there to the other side of that bridge of the nose. Okay. And then I'm going to go just one row down, kind of out a bit because the nose is kind of flaring out. I'm going to go one row down just a smidge over. I'm going to go one row down just a smidge over there from where I started and go across and pull it. Okay, you can kind of pull it tight there so you can see that it's starting to form that nose. So same thing, I'm going to go one stitch over and one stitch down there. I'm going to go across, follow my lines. So I'm going to come out, right, do the same. There we go. And then give it a tug. Oh, so I'm liking that. That looks good. So let's see here. So I'm going to take out my needles now. Here. And from here, I'm going to go in at a different spot because I don't want to lose where I was there. And I'm going to come right out kind of in the middle of where I think that nose is. Okay. So I think the middle is right about here. And don't pull this one tight because what we're going to do is we're going to kind of indent the nose up now. So I'm going to go just a smidge down here where I want the middle of the nose, and I'm going to come diagonal up out by that eye. We'll see if we like this. So we'll give it a tug. Good. So then we're going to go down, back to the middle, bottom middle of that nose. And then we're going to go do the other side. So we're going to poke it up and go diagonal out through there. And we'll pull this tight and see if we like it. So I missed a little spot right here. You can see here where it needs to kind of be pulled in, I think, a little bit. So I'm going to go back down into the middle part. Oopsie. So to shape the nose, you just let your eye guide you. Once you get that bridge of the nose here, and then the shaping part. So see, I want this part here to kind of be pulled in just a little bit. So I'm going to go back in on a diagonal, pull that up, and then pull it tight. Oh, does that look cuter? That looks cuter. Okay. Good. All right, and we're in perfect position right now. We got little nostrils going on, I like that. So right here now that we've come out, so this is a good spot to end, we're gonna add the eyebrows here. And for that, all I did was, starting at the one corner of the eye, you just want to go around maybe a stitch and pull it through, so it kind of creates a embossed kind of look. You can go in it a few times. You can see there I'm just going around those stitches, and I'm going to follow the shape of the eye doing that, going in a few times just to kind of get that looped effect there. Okay. Going to go on to the next, and this is just guided by your preference here, what you want it to look like as well. For the little eyelids or whatever they are, they kind of protrude out a little bit on them. So I go in a few times for each. You can see there it's starting to build up, kind of 3D looking. There. Sorry, don't want to be out of view so you can see what I'm doing. So you can just continue doing that around there until you get to the other side of the eye. And then when you've got to where you like it, and it looks nice, then you will just go back out to the back of the yarn and weave those ends in, and then start another piece of yarn where you'll go in and kind of connect right across from the other one, and you'll do the other eyelid there. That's it for now. I hope this video helped. I'd love to see your Baby Yoda. Follow me on Instagram or Twitter at yarn2tog, T-O-G, to share your work so I can see it. Or on Facebook at yarn2together. I'll share the links to those down below. Be sure to subscribe and give this video a thumbs up if you enjoyed it.